When I left religion and Christianity, I embraced atheism. It taught me that I can be a good person without religion or belief in God. When you deconstruct and come out of a high control religion, the majority of Christians out there are going to say several catchphrases that I always wondered if they compared notes, but if you've ever heard of the top 11 things Christians will say to you, one of the big ones is, you can't be a good person or have morality if it's not for religion or God. And you don't need religion, beliefs, or any made up supernatural being that doesn't exist to be a good person. 2/3 of people in prison in America right now identify as Christian or Judeo-Christian hierarchy. Less than 1% of prison inmates in the U.S. identify as atheist. If someone is immoral, it's not the atheist. And I'm not saying that atheists don't do bad things, because every group does. I'm saying that 64% of people in prison are Christian or believe in Christian values, while less than 1% of people in prison identify as atheist. You can believe in God and Christianity. That doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't mean you're a decent human being or that you have compassion or empathy. Some of the meanest people I have ever met in my life were in church. Identifying as Christian doesn't make you a good person. It makes it really easy to abuse other people and to hide narcissism. But being religious does not mean you're a good person, because 87% of mass shooters are from the ultra-right, where conservative values, where they love being conservative, religious, or some form of Christian background. Religion doesn't make you a good person. And if you think you need a God or a religious community to make you a good person, you're not a good person. A good person doesn't need a law to say, don't steal. They don't steal. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have laws. I'm just saying that if you need a God to tell you not to harm a woman or take a child, you're not a good person. I don't need a moral standard to be a decent citizen. And I don't donate to the poor because I get points with my God for doing it. I don't speak out against racism because I have a really effed up sense of morality. I don't vote to keep bigoted rules in place due to biblical teaching. I vote to repeal those things. I don't believe in the bigotry where marriage is between one man and one woman. Even the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible is the pinnacle of polygamy. And you can put biblical, religious, conservative, traditional on anything you want. It doesn't make it any less abusive. It doesn't make it any more good or right. It's just there. Religion gives you the image of respectability. It doesn't mean you're respectable. And I don't need any God, religion, or effed up morality to make force or make me afraid to be a good person. The kindest, most loving, forgiving, welcoming people I have ever known are atheists. The meanest comments, the cruelest, the most gaslighting and erasing messages I've ever received on YouTube are from Christians, consistently, by the thousands. And it's just the way it is. And when people tell me they're religious, the first thought is, are they fake? Are they a decent person that's just using religion to be a better person? And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Because if you need a Bible and a God to make you be decent. You're not a decent person.